I've told you some of the stories about my past life and things that have really happened to me that prove that God exists and other things exist out there. So I just want to go on with another little bit of what has happened to me. It's happened to me about 18 years ago, just after we moved out of the city into this house in the country. At the time, I was still drinking. It was in the evening. The wife had went into town to, I don't know, bingo or do something. And I was sitting out on the front step. No, was a deck out there, old concrete deck. And this is before I put a pad over it and before I put a little gazebo on it. And I was sitting there in a chair, just, sipping away. And I was still drinking. I had a glass of, I believe it was Palm Breeze, and I was tipping her away. And I was a bit in the bag, and I sitting there and I was, talking to God, and talking away, and I closed my eyes and I was talking, and I says into the air with my mouth, I says to God, I says, God, what is your name? What really is your name? And I'm sitting there with my eyes closed, and all of a sudden, out of my mouth come Yeaaaaawhaaa, Yeaaaaawhaaa. And it shook me. And I jumped up. I says, what was that? I didn't say it, but it came out of my mouth. You know, I got up off that chair. I ran into the living room, and I'm standing there in the living room looking around like, wow, God was just here, and I'm panicking. And, these things, like, I think there's a story in the Bible, something about some donkey talking or something, or some mule, whatever it was. But in this case, I was the donkey or the jackass that he put the words through. It come through my mouth directly. Like, well, that's one thing that has really happened. And there's been so many things. There's been that thing where I had to do like a remote exorcism, where one of our friends was hexed by her ex, and he was in prison, and it was a 3-day battle for me. So many things has happened. So I'm going to leave the rest of the stories. Like I have, there's so many things that have happened directly to me that tell me absolutely God exists. And with that poltergeist house I was in, the devil exists. And it was very real. It was very poltergeist. It was very evil. Like, holy cow. When you can, when something all of a sudden is cooking fresh bread, nobody's in the house. And we leaves the house, things were happening to me, and we stayed overnight. Nothing really happened. The toilet seat fell down, I remember, and there was some banging. I remember waking up in the middle of the night. And we goes to the bowling alley the next day, my friend and myself. That was after the night before, when we couldn't get the Ouija board to work, that we were trying to, I made lots of mistakes, but anyway, I got rid of that thing. And so we were gone for maybe maximum 2 hours. My friend drove me back. The other friend that didn't stay there that night, and he heard what was going on. All of a sudden, there's fresh bread cooking in the house. Really fresh bread, like an oven was cooking. Bread, so many things have happened to me. I'll go on with more of them. And there was one episode where both the wife and myself, and that's going back quite a few years ago, had apocalyptic dreams the same night, so real that today both of us can still remember them just like they happened yesterday. We'll do a little bit of that someplace a little bit later. And this video's, it's for 6 minutes now, but I always advocate do something in your day. Do something in your day. I mean, if there's days you don't do nothing, well, you don't do nothing. But I am always doing something. You're always doing something. If you do something. I mean, you work outside. Anything that can benefit you and is positive and could help other people and not hurt other people, all's good. And as long as you try to enjoy your day, try to, you know what, our lives are short. And we should be found happy at our work or happy in our day. Work and stuff you do should not be considered a chore. You know, is life just a chore? Or is it, it can be entertainment. Everything you do can be entertainment. But if we're working for, you know, lots of times we get jobs working for people that are kind of nasty. A slave-master relationship isn't really the way to make a living. I mean, you make a living maybe, but you can only work so much, and you're on an hourly wage. And the best is to monopolize and do things, either with real estate or even like with this video, I've monetized a little bit, affiliated a little bit. Can't monetize yet on the views, and I don't really care. I don't care if I monetize. You know, if it gets monetized, they may blow the channel away. So I make sure I put it on Rumble too. You'll find it on Rumble too. Anyway, do things in your day, guys. And like I say, you should buy books. You should have books. You know, like, I mean, Guide to Yoga Meditation by Richard Hittleman. You won't find this book anymore. Well, if you do, you pay a lot of money for it. How to Hypnotize Yourself and Others. I'm not affiliated with anybody that sells those books. Confidence and Power in Dealing, How to Have Confidence and Power in Dealing with People by Les Giblin. Very good book. Opens your mind, teaches you how to do things. Hypnosis will show you how to stop your drinking, your smoking, your bad habits. Confidence and Power, that shows you how to talk with people, how to build conversations, how to get things through people. People are the power. People are free energy. People are energy. Speak, and you'll be given. You know, it even talks about that in the Bible, and it says, "Go forward and multiply." You know, I mean, there was a lot of rich people in the Bible. A lot of rich people. Was money evil? Money's not evil. Money is a tool, and it's not even anything that really has any value. It's paper, or it's numbers on or it's a credit card or something. It isn't. It just has value because we are told it has value. Anyway, guys, I very much suggest pick up a piece of paper today, a book, a dual tang, and write things in it. You know, like every day. I go through this and I can go back. You know, now I've been doing it again for like 3 months. I did this before in my earlier part of my life, and there was no internet. I got into you know, real estate through knowledge I've obtained through a course that I got. It was Carlton Sheets, no down payment, no money down program. Very good. But at that time, there was no real internet. There was, you know, it was photocopiers. Fax machines were sort of out then. Not an awful lot. You could make flyers. You had the copiers. And so anyway, I got into the real estate, and it worked. But it was because I kept the book. You know, I kept notes. And I have visions of what you want to do. When you want to do something, say you want to do something and go forward in it. You know, do it. Take action. Take some action right away. When you got a thought, write it in your book and try to take action immediately, some kind of actions towards it, whatever it is. Okay, I'm cutting it loose right there, cutting you off right now, and we'll catch you in the next video. What's the next video going to be? The next video will be a video where I've gotten a little story made up again about where we're going after this. Where we're going after this. This is all God's creation. I breathe one breath at a time. The heart goes one, ticks one at a time, and at any moment that could stop. So live your life. Try to enjoy your day. And if you're enjoying your day, move forward so you can make it a little better. If you happen to pass on or somebody else happens to go, that you stabilize your financial situation best you can. And when you do that, you have stuff to give away. You know, teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. But if you only give him a fish, you feed him for one day. Take care, guys. Catch you later.